Microsoft quietly changed the document upload experience in SharePoint, and in my opinion, it will change the way users add metadata forever. Let me show you how. Now, the change that was made is the addition of the Document Library New Forms experience. Now, you might have noticed this button in Document Libraries that reads Forms. I'll go ahead and click this, and next I'll click Create New Form. Then I'll give this form a title. Next, I'll click Create. And what this feature does is it allows you to build out forms that you can share with your users that will prescribe what metadata they need to populate when they're uploading files. Now, at the very top of the form, we can add a logo and a title. You can also add a description, and then you can start to build out the metadata fields that you would like your users to populate. Now, if you had already implemented metadata in a library, those would be displayed here for selection. Now, I'll just go ahead and add a few fields to this form. To do that, I'll click Add New Field. You can see here that you have multiple different field types. I'll start by selecting single line of text. Next, I'll populate the title and description for this field, and I will make this field required. Next, I'll add another field, and this time I will select a choice type. Now I will go ahead and populate the choice values here. Now I've gone ahead and added another choice type field, and next I will add a currency field. So I'll click Add New Field, and I will select the currency option. And next I'll add my final two fields, which are date type fields. To do that, I'll click Add New Field, and I will select the date and time option. And with date and time fields, you can choose to include the time or have it only display the date. I will leave these off and have my users just populate a date. Now that I've added all of the different fields that I would like to include on my form, you can see that they show up here in the Show or Hide Fields pane. Here you can rearrange them, or you can choose to hide a field that is not mandatory by simply unchecking it here. Now, if you want to preview what this form looks like at any point while you're building it, you can simply click on this preview button. You can see here the form title and the description. You can see right at the top, the user will be prompted to attach a file to the form. And if I scroll down, you can see here all of the different fields that we added to our form, including our choice type, our currency type field, and our date type fields. Now, if you're finding this feature useful, the same experience is also available with SharePoint Lists. Now, I've got a separate video that outlines how you can use this feature in Lists, and I've included a link to that video in the description below. Be sure to check it out after you finish watching this one. Now, another cool feature about this new form experience is that you can also incorporate branching. Now, to demonstrate this, you'll notice here I've added another field to my form that is called Service Description. Now, you'll also note that this field is not mandatory, which is important when it comes to branching. Now, if I click on this option here, that is going to bring up the branching menu where you can basically configure some lightweight logic in your form. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to implement a branch that says if a user uploads a document and selects services from my contract type, I want them to go to the next question, which is the service description question. So I want them to enter a short description of the services that that contract covers. And if they select either software or licensing, I will click into this next field and I will have them skip right to the vendor field. I'll do the same here for licensing. And now I will go ahead and preview my form. I'll scroll down here. You can see that the fields that are displayed are up to the contract type. Now I'll go ahead and I will select software. You can see here that that service description field was not asked. And if I switch this to services, you can see here that the service description field is now displayed. Now, when it comes to the actual file upload, you will notice that using the form experience, there is a limit of a maximum size of 256 megabytes. And if you actually click into this field, you also have some other options that you can configure to restrict what kinds of attachments your users upload. And on the right-hand side, you'll notice that there are some basic options to change the appearance of your form. And if you click in the settings, you can actually configure this to send you, the creator, a notification whenever this form is submitted. And you can choose to disable this form whenever you want by toggling this off. And you can even make this form time-bound by programming a start and an end date. Now, I'll go ahead and just also paste in a message here that a user will see when they finish filling out the form that says, "Thank you for uploading your contract." Now, when you're ready to actually share this form, you want to click on the Send Form button. And here you can choose to copy the link of the form and you can share that with your users. Now, this is the best part of this feature is when you share this link, it will automatically allow a user to upload a file into this library without actually giving them permission to access the library. Now, to demonstrate this, I am impersonating my colleague Adele, and I've gone ahead and uploaded a contract to the form, and I filled this out. I'll go ahead and click Submit. You can see here our custom thank you message. Now back on my SharePoint library, you can see here all of the different fields that we added. And if I click into this folder here, you can see the contract that was just uploaded by me impersonating Adele. And you can see here all of the different fields that were filled out on the form. So that's it. In this video, I showed you how you can use the new document library form experience in SharePoint Online. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, give it a like, drop a comment below, and most importantly, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of my new content. I'm Louis. I'll see you in the next video.